Dear students, in today's class, let us discuss on the work of Francis Bacon with special reference to his essay of studies. Before we go to the essay, let us talk about the development of prose literature right from the Old English period onwards. We come to the Old English period. Prose literature in Old English consisted of religious texts, historical chronicles, and legal documents. The most notable works include Bede's Ecclesiastical History of the English People, a foundational text of English historiography, and Alfred the Great's translations and writings, like his prefaces to translations of Latin texts. After this Old English period, as we proceed, we have in the Middle English period, especially the prominent figure that we remember is Geoffrey Chaucer. His Canterbury Tales, though it's a poem, we have some prose literature as part of its introduction and also part of its interludes. And that's the best specimen for the colloquial narrative prose of that time. And during that time of Chaucer, we also have references to some other religious, spiritual, and autobiographical documents, and some of them might be cited. One is the book of Margar Kemp and also Anvin Wisse. Then, as we proceed towards the Renaissance period, Renaissance was a period of rebirth and they revived the classical learning and humanism. During this period, there were prose writers, and the most important one we remember is Thomas More and his Utopia. Utopia is a philosophical and political treatise integrating both narrative fiction and social commentary. Then, along with the Thomas More, we have other writers, and especially we remember Roger Ascham and his work, The Schoolmaster. It is the best example for educational philosophy and pedagogical prose. Then again, we remember another writer of great fame, and that is John Lyly. His Euphues, The Anatomy of Wit. Then we proceed towards the modern English time, especially Elizabethan and Jacobean period. So during this Elizabethan and Jacobean period, we have two prominent figures, and that is Philip Sidney, and his work Apology for Poetry is very important work in this regard. Then we come to Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon can be considered as the father of modern English prose because he has laid the foundation for the observational method of inquiry and also his inductive reasoning. He laid the foundation for scientific temper and scientific method of investigation. And he has influenced many British empirical philosophers like British philosopher John Locke, Isaac Newton, and many other Renaissance thinkers. As we come to the profile of Francis Bacon, he was born in 1561. He was born as a son of Sir Nicholas Bacon and Lady Anne Bacon. Sir Nicholas was a statesman, and Francis Bacon could attend the classes in Trinity College, Cambridge. And later, he also attended classes on law from Gray's Inn, where he was again admitted for career. So he completed a prestigious career in politics, both in the field of politics and law. He became the Attorney General in Britain, and also later he became the Lord Chancellor of England during the period of King James I. He has written many essays of great renown, and among them we should remember especially The Advancement of Learning. Before that, we also should remember another important essay, and that is Essays, Religious Meditations, Places of Persuasion and Dissuasion. It's a composition containing essays on various themes like friendship, truth, ambiguity, government, and many other themes. And also in all his essays, we can see his emphasis, insistence on relentless systematic pursuit of knowledge by employing observation, experience, and also inductive reasoning. Then we come to another work by Bacon, and that is Novum Organum, in which he has recommended his Baconian method. In this work also he says or emphasizes the importance of following the observational experimental method, turning down all speculative philosophies and theories. And finally, let's come to the particular article proper, and that is of studies. Bacon opens the essay of studies by affirming that studies serve various purposes and bring many benefits to individuals. He emphasizes that different types of books and forms of study provide different kinds of knowledge and intellectual development. For the as regards the benefits of studies, it is provides delight, and also it provides ornament. Delight means, you get intellectual pleasure out of reading. Regarding the benefits of studies, it provides delight and ornament. Uh, Studies provide the reader, the possibility, the provision for intellectual delight or intellectual pleasure. And also regarding ornament, what he means is that through studies and through learning, it refines our culture, it refines human behavior, it embellishes your communicative capacity. In that way, study also serves the purpose of being ornamental. Then it also helps us to develop or foster critical thinking skills, because by reading books we come to know about the experiences and insights of many authors, and we get it as a repository of wisdom within us in our memory. And in a particular situation or a context, our knowledge helps us to discern the truth from falsehood, and therefore we would be in a better position to choose the best. And also study helps us to make us ready for a discussion. Since we become very confident and honest with our convictions, we will be in a better position to discuss and persuade others, to convince them with our arguments and also with our ideas. And also it helps us for to express ourselves in writing and discourse. Studies cultivate the habit of expressing our ideas, communicate them in a better manner, both through writing and also through our intellectual interactions with others. Finally, it also provides wisdom and counsel. Bacon suggests that studying contributes much to our, or rather, it enlightens our mind, and therefore we will be in a position to guide and counsel others, especially in the context of, in the moments of crisis and all. Therefore, and also, he advises total studies without any purpose. What he advises is a method of balanced approach and moderation. You have to study things, and it should have social relevance. That means it should be transferred to, or it should be applicable to various social contexts. It must be useful to the society. And also, it's not a mere bookish knowledge alone. What it says is we should also derive insights through our experiences, through our observation of the life and realities. That is the type of an integrated approach that Bacon advises. Merely reading books for no purpose will lead us to sloth. That is what he says. He also advises an approach of diligence, and diligence means a careful and consistent work. So these are some of the important points that Bacon tells us through his article, essay. And also, he is known for his aphoristic style of presentation, very concise, pithy way of saying. But he also lifts us to our mind, to our memory, many of his quotes, very famous quotes like reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. Which means that there are some books which you don't need to read totally or wholly. Only in part by part you can read only the most important portions. But there are some books which you must read completely. Because it will give you a lot of insights, very, very much important for your life and career, perhaps. At the same time, there are some books which you must taste, you must enjoy for delight, and you must complete it. And also about various disciplines, he makes another beautiful remark. He says, histories make men wise, mathematics subtle, poetry witty, naturalistic philosophy deep, morals grave, so on and so forth. And it's actually very important. Why history makes people wise? Because For example, I give you the example. There are museums in Germany, reminding us of Nazi concentration camps. Why they are preserved? It's just to remind the future generation that a Hitler should not come again. Therefore, it makes men wise. In the similar fashion, you can deeply reflect on the other maxims or the actions that he makes through this article. Three important things: study gives you delight, study gives you ornament, and study helps you to become able. Study for ability. That means you should develop your skills. Therefore, we need study or learning books for our intellectual pleasure and for our development of character. And also, it will help you to brood into, to analyze human nature, society, life, ethics, and so on. So secondly, it works as an ornament, because by studying through learning, you refine your character. You have a rich vocabulary. You're able to express your ideas in a beautiful manner. Thus, it embellishes your whole person. It gives you confidence. That is why study provides you ornament. And third one is study gives you ability. That means you will develop your skills, your aptitudes, your knowledge. Okay, through knowledge, you will be able to enrich your skills, and with those skills you will be able to provide greater services to the society. So these are the important insights that I could collect from Francis Bacon's article of studies. Thank you.